knows? Maybe James is going to save the world. Can't think of a better cause than that.
Too much is falling in my
some folks can lose the blues.
Too much of that stuff is falling into mine. And into each.
And now, some music.
Hey everybody, it's the news. She's acting and whacking up. All you fellas better watch your wives, but Steve don't care whose meat he chops. She's acting and whacking. The police put Pete in jail. Yes, he finally met his fate. But when they came to pay his bill, they found him chopping on his cellmate. He's hacking and whacking and smacking. Tried to chop down the wind and the rain. Just hacks on anything he can get. Say, turn this record over.
Lock and load. You made enough noise coming in here to wake the dead, for God's sakes. Just be ready. The muties are coming.
Flowers need the sun.
Huh? Can't stand the sight of your own blood? Hang tight. There's always a second wave.
On our very
Whew.
own urban
Say,
defender.
you're pretty decent in a firefight.
That vault just to help us? Who cares, man?
Well, with what I do for a living, you need to be. Sorry, I'm being a complete asshole. I'm Sydney. It's good to meet a fellow relic hunter.
Okay. So I told you about James, the guy from the vault. And then I told
Come
you somebody
on.
else crawled
You and
out
I
into
both know this is where the Declaration of Independence is stashed. No need to be coy about it. Good old Abraham Washington sent you on the same suicide mission he sent me on. Only problem is, you're not going to get it without my help.
Now, you want to know if it gets better, don't you? Well, hell yes, it gets better. Turns out Vault Dweller number 2 was none other than James's kid. I know. I couldn't make this
Simple.
shit up.
We pool our resources, grab the Declaration, then make for Rivet City and split the reward. I've studied the plans of this place. So without me, you're going to go in circles. What do you say?
Left Vault 101 without telling the kid why. Now, I've
Smart
since
move.
learned that James is a scientist
Okay.
and is working
The
on
Declaration is secured in the Archive's strong room underground. There's a concealed cargo lift right here in the center of the rotunda. I've spent a few days hacking the lock with my remote terminal. When you're ready, punch in the password, let's get going.
James, if you're listening, your kid's out, man. And she misses you. So you might want to find her before she gets swallowed up and spit out.
There's a cargo lift right here in the rotunda. It should take us directly down to the lower levels. I was hacking the system right before we were attacked. The code should be, "We the people."
Children, this is 3 Dog.
All I know is that it looks like a rolled-up piece of thick paper with all kinds of writing on it. Some famous document from a long time ago. Abraham Washington is a huge U.S. history nut. So, that's why he wants it so badly.
Listen, kiddos, never forget the importance of
Ha!
periodic weapons.
I'm surprised that you care.
Rifle, pistol,
Usually everyone looks out for themselves nowadays.
if your
What is
weapon
it you want to know?
apart, the only wasteland asshole it's gonna kill is you.
I don't know.
So
I
be
grew up
smart.
like pretty much every other girl in this crappy world. Spent most of my life just trying to keep away from slavers. One day out in the wastes, I stumbled across some poor bastard's body. On the body, I found info leading to some famous document. I had heard that Abraham Washington was looking for these scraps of paper. So I went after the thing. Turned out to be the Constitution. After he loaded me up with caps, I got pissed drunk, got laid, and was happy for the first time in a while. I haven't looked back since. Oh no. There is more than a lifetime supply of grade A crap in that place. Couldn't possibly do it alone. Like you, he hires anyone off the street. Honestly, I don't care what he does with that stuff. As long as the caps keep flowing, I'll be there to collect. Yeah, it is nice. I don't even sleep without it under my pillow. My father made gun ammunition for a living. Taught me everything about how firearms work. So I've spent my downtime tinkering with guns like my 10mm Ultra SMG here. It's like a hobby, I guess. Sorry, there's some things I still want to keep to myself. Maybe when I get to trust you better. Okay? Yeah, they got me pretty good. Thanks. I'll use it right away.
I say,
What's up? Come on.
if I have.
Men, today I address you with a message of utmost urgency. Our defenses have been breached, and soon we'll engage the enemy. Remember, the will of the people is the only legitimate foundation of any government, and to protect its free expression should be our first object. As your leader, Button Gwinnett, distinguished representative of Georgia, I promise you I have not yet begun to fight.
Kept the declaration in the archive strong room that's at the end of the east wing here. We'll have to make our way to it.
Men, we can't let the enemy's progress dissuade us from our task. We must defend our freedom and our right to be independent.
There's also... Hey!
Strike down and strike hard. You may delay, but time will not.
Get down!
We cannot allow the enemy to penetrate our defenses any deeper. Old Glory must not be stained with the blood of tyranny.
Jennies, this is Three Dog, Capital Wasteland. This is Three Dog. Ow!
Help me! Duck! Be careful! What's up? Yeah. Thanks. I'll use it right away.
You've breached our defenses, evaded our best soldiers, and you've raided my home. But I have not yet begun to fight. I cannot allow you to steal our freedom. The Declaration must remain here. It is our symbol of hope, the one thing that cries out, we are a free nation. Why, I am Button Gwinnett, second signer of the Declaration of Independence and distinguished representative from Georgia. I know your fighting prowess far exceeds my own, but I will still duel you to the death if I must. What will it be then? Rapiers? Pistols at dawn? Out with it! This is no mere document, madam. This is the doctrine laid down by my fellow members of the Second Continental Congress. It absolves us of the tyranny of King George III of Great Britain. It is, perhaps, the greatest symbol of this free nation. Broken promises and deceit may be the way of Great Britain's crown, but I will not succumb to such tomfoolery. Since it appears you wish to resolve this without bloodshed, may I suggest you stand down and surrender? I can promise that you will be treated well, in a manner accustomed to any member of the Royal Army. Please explain, but I warn you, I am well versed on the tactics of the underhanded redcoat spy. You do well to remember that. Interesting. I had a plan for just this sort of situation. Perhaps this will prove that you're here as an ally rather than an enemy. We create a forgery of the Declaration and send it off to Great Britain. It might be just the delay we need to get the document out of here safely. I'd love to be at court when King George finds out he wasted all his resources gaining a forgery. We have to be cautious, though. The British scholars would recognize a poor duplicate almost immediately. If you were to bring me some iron gall ink, I could produce a mirror-perfect duplication. The best place to find some would be in the Arlington Library, which is why I have been unable to do this myself. After all, I can't abandon these fortifications. Excellent. Please hasten back. There's no telling how much longer we can hold here at the fort. I hear the thumping of the cannonade getting closer by the minute. Soon our walls will be breached, and the last bastion of the USA may fall. The journey will be rife with peril, I'm afraid. You cross Farmer Smith's cornfield and make your way up Greenleaf Hill. Ford your way across Quick Run Creek and make for the horse path. When the pines thin out, you need to make your way along the edge of Arlington. Watch out for redcoats. They have a garrison there. The building across from the fish market is the library. Look for the old clock tower. I'm afraid until I know exactly what your intentions are, I can't divulge that top secret information. Oh, very well. There's no harm in that. Yes, I was proud to participate in the signing of the Declaration of Independence, along with 55 of my fellow freedom fighters. It was an honor to have my signature among those of Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, and John Adams. Except maybe for Hancock, that show-off. On July 4th, 1776, the Second Continental Congress declared that the original 13 colonies of America were now free and independent states. This paper stated their intentions to sever all ties with the monarchy in Great Britain and operate as an independent nation. It's perhaps the single most important document in United States history. Very well. The Lee Resolution, enacted 2 days earlier, was the actual Independence Declaration. The Declaration itself was an expansion of that resolution for public consumption. The colony of New York abstained from the Declaration and then later declared its own independence on July 9th, 1776. There never was a good war or a bad peace.
It appears you were wounded, madam. May I suggest you seek medical attention?
This one just
What's up?
beat them all. I've been getting some scattered reports that a couple
Look,
of
if you think
costumes
you can
are
reason with him,
badly
go right ahead.
control of the
My advice?
so-called
Blow its damn head off. It's obviously malfunctioning. Either way, I'll let you decide. Anything that gets us closer to the prize is fine by me.
Every day it seems to be the same.
Oh, I know where that is. Here, let me punch it into your Pip-Boy map.
So if your travels take you to Canterbury Commons,
I got your back.
keep your head wasteland and
2 atoms are in a bar. One says, I think I lost an electron. The other says, are you sure? To which the other replies, I'm positive.
All of us here thank you for everything you've done. For us, for the wastes. We pulled together and got you this. It's the best we could do. Please take it, with our thanks. Please.
Hold it. This area is under the authority of the Brotherhood of Steel. Leave immediately. You're awfully brave to be walking around down here by yourself. Are you scavenging the ruins? So it goes with all of us. Perhaps we can be of use to one another. I am Senior Scribe Yearling, Order of the Word. I have a proposal for you, if you're interested. Good. My task here is to collect the written works of those who came before, in order to supplement the Brotherhood archives at the Citadel. Although most of the pre-war books have been destroyed, there are a few that have survived, but finding a book in these ruins is difficult. I could have 1,000,000 initiates to comb the ruins, and I'd still never come close to recovering every book that remains undamaged. Precisely. The collected knowledge of a lost age is worth far more than any weapon. So, return here with any books that you find in good condition. I will compensate you for every volume that you bring me. Think on it, and return when you have books to offer me. We have set up this area as a forward operations center for our project. The books we collect can be recorded with the computer systems here. We then ship them, under escort, back to the Citadel for transcribing into the archives there. Books represent the collected knowledge of the world before. Everything from a child's storybook to a detailed technical guide has value. By assembling and recording this knowledge, we scribes can analyze it and use it to further the goals of the Brotherhood, whatever our elder decides that those goals are, that is. It is not my place to criticize Elder Lyons. All I will say to an outsider is that he is not a traditionalist. That is all.
Wake up, Wasteland. It's me, Three Dog. Bringing you all the music and
Surprised
news
anyone
from
would
the
care
hearts
about that
and
old
all.
stuff. I think there may be some in the old restoration laboratory a few flights up. Just watch yourself up there.
An update on
I think it may be infested with rats and roaches.
Did she leave that?
Set the world on.
Welcome back. Have you been successful in your search for books? Excellent. Very well. Here is your reward. Use it well and return with more books when you can.